Okay, I think that is better on the audio. Okay. Hang on one moment. Bear with me, everyone. If this is your first time here, I apologize. There we go. That is much better. Okay. Okay, so as I was saying, if you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to submit any requests or wishes for your personal well-being or healing. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. For those of you who've been here before, thank you for returning. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for the ongoing support. My name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com to learn all about it. It's linked in the description, as is all of my social media. So thanks again for being here. Let's go ahead, start building that beautiful crystal grid. At about the 1 hour 15 minute mark, we'll start transitioning into the Reiki. So let's see what we have here. Oh, nice full house. It's good to see you all, everyone. It's been a really rough week, and I'm honored to be able to offer anything I can. So I'm really grateful that you're here to share some quality time with me and each other. So let's go ahead and start building that grid. Awesome. So here we go. I was just doing some rearranging here, so things are just kind of out of sorts. There we go. Okay. So let's see, who do we have in so far? We have Violet Integration, Lori, Goddess of Four, the Galguire. I hope you're well. And, oh, we have Dell as well. Awesome. Wonderful. Patty and Key, Jennifer, and Nicole, welcome in. So glad to have you here. So let's go ahead and... Oh, Jen, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, cool. So let's start building this awesome grid. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we'll start from the top. I'll get to everybody's requests before we get into the Reiki. So let's see. So the top request that I can see is Violet Integration saying Happy Friday, intention of acceptance, surrender, and attracting the right people and situations. Oh, we got that. Let's see, some honey calcite. And we've got surrender and let's do acceptance. And surrender, to me, oftentimes Moonstone is a good choice. So let's start there. So Moonstone is wonderful for connection to the lunar cycles as well as the patterns and rhythms of nature. We definitely have solar and lunar eclipses coming up. We're in eclipse season too. But this is a wonderful stone for helping us to accept and trust divine timing, even when it's not in alignment with our preferred timing. So I feel like this could be really helpful there. Also really wonderful for attracting love, for intuition, connection to ancient wisdom, healing techniques, very protective, especially of women, and definitely wonderful for connecting with well woman anything and the divine feminine. So let's go ahead and bring in some Moonstone. Next we'll bring in some Mookite, which also goes by Australia Jasper. This is really helpful for acceptance. Also making decisions, and I feel like the two often have a lot to do with one another. So yeah, also really helpful for boosting the immune system, bringing a little bit of calm to the digestive tract, and it can be helpful for folks with any kind of bladder pain. So this is Mookite or Australia Jasper. Go ahead and bring that in. It's a stone that definitely helps you ground to physical reality in a loving way. And to help with attracting the right people, places, and things in this moment of your life right now is honey calcite. It's also a stone of great optimism and joy, even when things are not completely settled. It can also help to support anyone that's going through their menopause or perimenopause journey. And like I said, it attracts all the best people that are meant to connect with you at this time. It helps too with the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, especially the two of them together. Sacral is where we relate to other peoples. That's our relationship center. Solar plexus is our center of self, our desires, our wants and needs in life, and asserting ourself. There we go. There we go. So that's honey calcite. So it's good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Goddess of Four, fast money, decluttering, joint pain, back pain, weight loss. And for your puppy Belladonna, that's a wonderful name. I'm sure that Jen loves your puppy Belladonna's name too. Hey Christina, good to see you. Okay. Healing for fast money, decluttering. Let's see. My tiger eye, lapis. Howlite, Amazonite. Leopard skin jasper is the stone that helps us to connect with our animals for healing, well-being, and also just to bond. It's also a wonderful stone for connecting with our animal guides and for anything that's impacting the skin. It's also thought helpful for coordination and balance. And oh, what timing. Hello. Hello, Gertie. How are we? How are we? Yeah, you heard it was for a pet. Oh, good for you. Yep, you're here. Okay. You and your sister can fight for my lap then. Okay. Leopard skin jasper also really helpful for attracting a romantic partner, especially one that's very spiritually significant. Let's go ahead and put that on top of moonstone. Moonstone's also great at attracting love. So we'll put those together. And thank you for your help there, Gertie. Next is Amazonite, superb with back pain. Wonderful for nerve pain too. So this really focuses on the spine and spinal nerves, as well as self-care and self-respect. For you or anyone that might sort of put other people's needs before your own, this is a helpful one to refocus on yourself. It really does help to prevent burnout too. It's wonderful at calming the emotions as well as the spine and spinal nerves. And for luck, general luck, like winnings and good tidings and that sort of thing. So that is Amazonite. Next is Howlite, which helps with the, now that we've moved on from leopard skin jasper, Gertie's moved on. So this is Howlite. Howlite is very, very helpful. Let me see if I can. There we go, not so much glare. That's a little better. Howlite is wonderful for the joints all throughout the body. Also for bones, so whether you're healing a fracture, trying to build up bone density, or ease joint pain, this is an exceptional stone. Very helpful too with anger, resentment, and frustration. So we will bring in Howlite. There we go. These wonderful little hearts that we have that do spin on their own. Lapis is wonderful for pain and inflammation as well as disorganization. This can help you to break the habits around disorganization and also help you to like acutely organize a space too. Also helps with deep honesty and integrity, helping us to honor our commitments and live up to them, as well as personal responsibility, vertigo, hearing loss, definitely inner ear stuff, but lots of career opportunities as well. So we'll bring in lapis. And we have lots of financial abundance stones, and we'll end up bringing in probably all of them today. But one that helps with bringing it in a hurry is red tiger eye. Red tiger eye is also one of the most protective stones that I have. It's helpful against your everyday bullies and folks that are trying to interfere with you in a negative way, be it like in that mundane way or even spiritually. So we'll bring this in. Yeah, really thought to help manifest financial abundance in a hurry. So red tiger eye, thank you for being here, Goddess of Four. It's good to see you. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna keep on cruising. And weight loss I will get to for sure. Let's see. Let's get to some of Lori's requests. Gotcha. So, and I see the Gelguire has intentions for love and peace. I can put in the reflecting mirror, I think. Might just take me a moment to get in here. So sometimes I bring in a reflecting mirror to help deflect any like not great energy. This one has a film over it so it doesn't quite blind you all with the lights. Sometimes I can sneak it in if it's earlier enough in the stream. So let's go ahead and move these out for the moment. So there we go. That'll help to reflect any not great energy. So we'll put our copper spiral. By the way, copper helps to break up energy blockages and helps get the optimal flow of energy going. So let's also do, I think we can turn this up again now. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, let's definitely do some love and peace, and we'll also do some of Lori's requests. So we've got ruby definitely helps with love. And let's do some, I feel like one of the first stones we should put out is Snowflake Obsidian. This is wonderful for serenity and peace and regaining hope after any kind of loss. And I feel like that's really appropriate and very much in alignment with the Gelguire's request. Also helps the balance with body, mind, and spirit, and helps to calm overstimulation. It's a wonderful stone to process feelings of guilt and to help us reorganize any patterns that we have that we keep repeating that aren't in our highest good. So it's also a stone that can help you to connect to your clairaudience, and that's your spiritual hearing. So let's go ahead and bring in Snowflake Obsidian. Next we'll bring in ruby. This is, like I said, another stone of love. It also helps fertility. It's thought to support fibromyalgia, and it's also wonderful for the courage to be yourself. If you're looking to build your management and leadership skills, ruby is also an excellent stone to reach for. So let's go ahead and put that right here. There we go. There we go. Pyrite is another stone of financial abundance. This is a stone that can help the body to make the most of energy work of any kind, especially Reiki, and also helps with spiritual protection while also opening intuition. So if you're just working with a new type of intuition or the first time working with your intuition, this is a great stone. Wonderful for calling in financial abundance, as it is fool's gold, but it is found near real gold oftentimes. Also helps with the brain and memory. So we'll bring in some pyrite. And Larimer. I haven't unpacked my jade yet still. I'm so sorry about that. Larimer, opal, rhodonite, emerald. Opal, rhodonite, emerald. So emerald helps with healing the skin and tissue and can also reinvigorate our passions in life. It's a wonderful stone of the heart center and of the chest, especially when it comes to breathing, the lungs, and your entire cardiopulmonary system. Oh, hi, you're back again. Yeah. Welcome back, Gertie. Oh, little Gertie cat. It's also wonderful for restoring confidence about our appearance as well. So let's go ahead and bring in some emerald. This is raw emerald. Okay, there we go. Next is Larimer, which actually I'm wearing. I think it's tucked into my sweater. But yeah, oh, and a happy little kitty gonna bring some purrs. I know you hear that. Thank you, Gertie. Larimer is a stone that's found only in the Dominican Republic, at least so far. That's the only place we know of it existing. This is a stone that helps you to connect with your spiritual purpose and to really embrace it and feel strong enough and guided enough to start acting in accordance with it, really bringing it to life. It helps to separate the ego from your spiritual work and helps you feel supported as you innovate your own unique way forward. So let's go ahead and bring some Larimer in, this beautiful blue. Yeah, you like Larimer? Do you, little fuzzy? You want to play with this one? There you go. Okay. Next is rhodonite. This helps to heal a broken heart. Whether you're grieving the loss of a loved one or the end of a relationship, this is often a stone that comes up when folks are experiencing a breakup, a divorce. Also helpful for the lungs, allergies, asthma, anything autoimmune, all of which definitely apply to me, and so I find the stone very helpful. And it can be wonderful for anyone that's working through the sort of emotional debris of past emotional abuse and insecurities. So that is rhodonite. Some specimens have more black, some have more pink. So it can look a little different depending on the individual piece that you have. And opal. In addition to attracting kind of what you're looking for, this is thought to help attract abundance, but also love. This is also a stone of great protection. This is particularly fire opal. So this is a stone that helps to, in many shamanic cultures, this was seen as any kind of opal really, was seen as an opal that could help to cloak or hide an individual that was doing helpful healing work to maybe not be seen by any entities that were not of the light, let's say. So very protective, helps to keep you hidden in plain sight when you're doing good work. So that is opal, rose quartz, and peacock ore. So rose quartz we're all somewhat familiar with. This is a wonderful stone of the heart center, opening up our heart to unconditional love and allowing ourselves to feel that sense of being worthy of love, if that's something you struggle with. Sometimes by almost recalibrating where our heart chakra is, it allows us to let go of pain of the past and open up to new experiences in the future when it comes to emotional support, well-being, and love. So that is rose quartz. Oh, and we have another cat that's sad they can't fit on my lap. It's okay. It's okay. And peacock ore is an incredibly spiritual stone with many, many applications. Particularly, it can be very helpful with executive function, thought processes, and in a way, almost organized thought. Can even help with, say, finding things that you've lost or misplaced. Oh, do you want to come up? Go ahead. No? Yes, no? Oh, the kitties are so upset they can't both fit on my lap anymore. You're just too big. You're full-growns now. You're not kittens. But it's also a stone of rebirth and birth. This is a stone that one of my Reiki master students actually brought into the delivery room with her firstborn. So come on up. Come on. You can do it. There we go. So that is peacock ore or chalcopyrite. Yeah. Yes, kisses for you too, little Patty. Oh. If they get into a fight over my lap, just know you've been warned. Yeah. Yeah, you can be down there too. I have legs you can lay on. Oh my goodness. You two are too cute. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Thank you, Lori. I hope you're well, and I'm so glad that you are here. And let's see what else we have. Awesome, so Dell has some requests. We've got some indigo gabbro labradorite. Green kyanite, Kababa stone, blue kyanite, prehnite, and let's start there. So prehnite is an excellent stone for spiritual teaching and learning. Whether you're doing that with a live in-person teacher or through your intuition, either way, this can be a really helpful stone. It also helps to just facilitate a deeper spiritual awareness and learning, and helps with keeping your mind from wandering when you're doing either spiritual work or meditation. It's really helpful for that. Also helps with lucid dreaming, prophecy, divination, whether you're doing card readings or scrying, or even if you're just new to that here in spooky season in October, or if you're someone who's done that for a while, this can be a really strong support for those kinds of activities. But yeah, also for those of you who might struggle with saying no, it can be a helpful stone for that, for refusing unfair demands. So prehnite, which will be coming to the crystal shop soon. I have some new stock on the way. Indigo gabbro is a stone that often goes by the name Mystic Merlinite, and it's sort of a light purple and black together. This is a stone that helps with quite a many different things. It's wonderful for women as far as with menopause and with menstrual pain, and also really helpful for integrating your spiritual connection into your kind of everyday life, but also just integrating it in general. Helpful too for intuition, dreams, and meditation. So very much complementing the prehnite and probably some other stones we're about to pull in, as well as doing any deep emotional healing type work and psychological type healing work. We often might call that shadow healing. What that means is working with the parts of ourselves, our tendencies, our beliefs, our experiences that have made a manifestation of repeatedly showing up in how we act in our life. This can help to reveal those things so that we can put them to rest and heal the underlying cause so we don't keep repeating them. So it helps with detrimental tendencies. So there we go. That is Indigo Gabbro, or Mystic Merlinite. Kambaba stone is a really helpful stone for connecting with your ancestors or your ancestral lands, wherever your people originally came from. This is actually not a jasper, even though it's often called Kambaba jasper. It is still referencing this stone, but it's technically not a jasper because it's actually fossilized blue-green algae. This is also a stone of finding courage, confidence. It's another stone of helping meditation. And it helps to support ancestor connection, as I mentioned, but in even very deep and significant ways. Also very connected with issues of the earth if you're doing any intentions for healing around climate change, healing the earth after a disaster or any kind of like spill or anything like that. Also helps with crop yields and plant health in general. I actually keep a piece of this. There we go. I actually keep a piece of this Kambaba stone, a big piece of it, right by my house plants to help them with being indoors, because that's not a natural place that plants want to be. So there we go. Labradorite aids with better sleep as well as clairvoyance, seeing our intuitive guidance more clearly. Also wonderful for kind of mental acuity, especially when it comes to a lot of data, a lot of input, and even finding errors in a lot of information. So it's great for programmers, coders, anyone that does like work with lots of different accounts and things like that. So we'll bring in Labradorite. Also helps with workplace harmony and discouraging disputes. And discouraging disputes always seems like a good idea, but especially with the state of the world right now. So that's Labradorite, which is very related to Moonstone. And let's see. Hey, welcome in, Joanna. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about Earl. Lots of love to you. Let's put a pin in what we're working on and put in some crystals for Joanna. So let's definitely bring in some jet. This helps with grief. It's especially helpful for anyone that works in hospice or is helping a person or our fur babies with crossing over. It's also helpful for grief in like the biggest and deepest ways. This is a type of fossilized wood that comes from usually volcanic activity. Traditionally, petrified wood takes a long time to transform from a dead tree to a stone. This happened very quickly with this living tree when it was hit with such high heat. So it helps us with that sudden transformation and endings kind of thing. But letting us know that while things change form, they are still there. But yeah, also very protective on a spiritual level as well. So we'll bring in jet. Yeah, absolutely. And another one too. Black onyx, which I think has a lot of significance for all of us in the state of the world right now, in addition to like very acute grief. Black onyx has long been considered a mourning stone, was very popular in the Victorian era for all of the reasons, but definitely helps with grounding fear and anxiety. On a personal level, it's wonderful for self-doubt and cultivating self-esteem. It's very protective and it helps you to process guilt. It also helps to connect with your ancestors. And Let's bring this in. And rhodochrosite. This is a stone that's helpful for mother-baby bonding and healing any kind of maternal wounds. It's helpful for the heart and circulation, as well as things like telepathy and journeying and mediumship, particularly if it has to do with an ancestor or passed over fur baby, passed over pet. Also helpful for stress headache and asthma. So lots of love to you, Joanna. I'm so glad to be able to be of any kind of support. But lots of love to you, hon. And let's see, Dell had some other really good requests. Let's bring in some blue kyanite. This helps with the throat, the lungs, the heart, asthma, everything with the chest, breathing. Very, very helpful for balancing and blending our mundane, regular day life with our spiritual side. Helps with gaining wisdom from our intuition. So if you're working with your intuition and your spirit guides to learn new things, this is especially helpful. Wonderful too for plants and nature spirits. So that is green kyanite. Just go ahead and place that here next to snowflake obsidian. And blue kyanite can be tremendously helpful when it comes to self-acceptance. Loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are is one of the strongest points that blue kyanite can bring through. It's also really helpful for any kind of intuitive work, which it seems like we're heading into by the request today. This helps us to understand the messages that come through intuitively, whether it's dreams or meditation or journeying. Blue kyanite's also thought to be really helpful for different types of neurological issues, especially if speech or mobility are impacted. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. So blue kyanite. Selenite, garnet, green aventurine. So selenite, I pretty much always have at the foot of the grid here. And this helps with connecting to our spirit guides and helpers. It reflects nothing but pure white light, which can really help with preparing a spiritual space and even clearing the energy of your crystals. If you don't know how to clear crystals, get a piece of selenite and just put your crystals on them for at least a few hours, maybe overnight, or well, there's no such thing as too long. And this will gently like work away anything that's not meant to be in those stones. It's also very helpful for clearing one's own aura. You can kind of like sweep your field around your body, and it's very helpful. And so I'm going to put that little piece in there to add to the grid and put this back at the foot of the grid. Green aventurine helps us expand our vision of ourselves and what we're capable of. If you're someone who often thinks, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, try some aventurine. It's deeply encouraging. It helps you to see new possibilities for yourself. It's great too for allergies, eye problems, fertility, and anytime that you are learning something new and feel like it's just a little out of your wheelhouse, or that it's very tricky to learn, or that you lack confidence in. So that's green aventurine. Garnet helps with organization, so very much supports Goddess of Four's request that we brought in lapis for. Wonderful for organization as well as courage and deep clarity in that organization. This is one that can help you organize like your office, organize your tasks, your to-do list even. It's very practical. It helps us to find balance, strength, stability when times are anything but stable, which seems like it's been the case for quite some time. But yeah, this is one that is great for helping with planning, getting things done well, and even looking at things that we've done forever and being open to new ways of doing old things that might be more time efficient or more energy efficient. And awesome. Super 7. We do have that. This was a gift from Chris that we're so grateful for. I'm still spending some time with this one. So that is Super 7. Let's go ahead and look up what Cassandra Eason thinks of this stone once again. So this is Cassandra Eason's The Complete Crystal Handbook. And she writes of Super 7 can help with illnesses for which there is no conventional cure or has a poor prognosis. Gives confidence to be ourselves, so very much in alignment with the blue kyanite. Lets go of helping to feel like we need to please others. Harmonizes all of the 7 chakras, the 7 main chakras. Amplifies intuition and psychokinesis. Helps us to slow down along our life path to enjoy it and notice all of the subtle details that are so important. And remind us why we're working, why we put so much effort forth, what is the end goal, and keeps us in a way seeing the larger outcome of our efforts. Increasingly popular too for children who find it difficult to kind of get along in this world. So this is, again, The Complete Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason that I was just reading from. So let's go ahead and bring in Super 7. There is a lot more to that crystal, and I'm definitely going to work with and spend more time with it as time allows. There we go. So that's Super 7. Okay, so glad that you are here, Del. And clear quartz, gotcha. We will get to clear quartz. And joint pain, we have howlite in there too. And what else do we have on tap? Nicole Saracena, everything good, all over healing and boost. You really need it today. Lots of love, absolutely. So let's go ahead and support Nicole. Big overall healing boost. Oh, I hear a baby crying. What you doing? You just crying about stuff? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What are you ripping apart? I don't understand. Okay, let's see. What's jumping out for you today, I feel, is let's go ahead and bring in, first of all, some tree agate. This is a wonderful general all-over healing and balance stone. This is a stone that helps to balance the energy throughout our body, not just on the level of the main chakras like Super 7 just did, but even down to the very fine transitionary points called Nadi, N-A-D-I. This is sacred in Ayurveda, by the way, and that's where the term Nadi comes from. Basically, this helps to balance the energy all the way down to the most subtle levels of how it moves through our body, and this impacts our well-being physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but especially physically. So this is considered sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, because it can help to bring the body, mind, and spirit into balance, regardless of where the imbalance might be. So we'll bring this in. Again, that's tree agate. Are you crying, little one? Do you want to come up? And I feel like zoisite wants to come in too. Oh, and Gertie's back. There we go. Zoisite is really helpful for everything from seasonal affective issues to like the bowels and gas and pretty much everything in between. It's a wonderful remover of obstacles, and it helps us to encourage us as we move through the long list of to-dos that we have to get through to get to the next thing. It helps with releasing negativity, which is always super helpful, and with releasing apathy, sluggishness, and feeling like you just kind of don't want to bother. Also great for just facing problems square on. So we'll bring in zoisite too. But let me know if there's anything more specific I can help with. So let's go ahead and bring in this piece of zoisite right here. Wonderful. Awesome. So yeah, we've got zoisite and that. So yeah, keep me posted. Lots of love to you. We'll keep it coming. And for Jennifer Vatsa, honey calcite, which we already have there, fire opal we already have there, manifestation quartz, apophyllite, blue lace agate. So manifestation quartz and apophyllite are both gifts from Jen, who owns Belladonna Botanicals. You can Google that and find her store. And a manifestation quartz is exactly what it sounds like. It's a quartz with kind of a phantom of itself within the inside. This is thought to help really empower what we're manifesting and calling on from the universe. So we'll bring that in. Apophyllite I'm not familiar with, so again we're gonna go ahead and visit Cassandra Eason's book. So let me open this up. So there we go. So apophyllite can come in different colors for sure. Helps to ease things like asthma, cystic fibrosis, allergies, emphysema, breathing issues in general, which definitely means it'll be helpful here. Often called the Reiki Crystal because its effects are similar to a Reiki treatment. Oh, beautiful. Helps to regularize the heartbeat and pulse. Emotionally, helps you to center your intuition, retrieve memories, and your own identity, where we may have like made ourselves small to, you know, more or less appease others or feel more comfortable in the presence of others. Wonderful for the heart and third eye. Brings people together emotionally for healing fractured love or family relationships. Especially when there's like divided loyalties. Wow, this seems like timely on a global scale right now too. Fulfilling major desires around house and career. Encourages saving and wise use of financial resources. That's always good. Heals and calms horses. And helpful with learning languages, particularly later in life. So that's apophyllite, and again, that's the Crystal Healing Handbook by Cassandra Eason, which I highly recommend. So that is apophyllite, which can come in clusters, much like you would see with like rose quartz, amethyst, things like that. So let's go ahead and place these right around. Thank you so much for gifting these to us, Jen. That's really, really wonderful. And again, you can visit Jen's crystal shop, Belladonna's Botanicals. Yay! Next is blue lace agate. This helps with everything in the throat, whether it's a sore throat, cough, anything like that, all the way up to communications, expressing yourself, especially when it's really difficult emotionally to say what you need to be said. Also really helpful if you're trying to soften your words because you anticipate it being difficult for the other person to hear. Also helpful for arthritis as well as fractures. So let's go ahead and put some around the outside here. There we go. So that's blue lace agate. And yeah, I already got the other one. So yeah, we're good. Thank you for being here, Jen. I hope you're doing well. And let's see what else we've got. Hey, what's going on, Lisa? Good stuff. I'll absolutely support that. And oh, thank you for the reminder, Del. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please consider doing so. Wink, wink, please, please, bats, eyelashes, all those good things. And let's see. For Christina, something for harmonious relationships and empowering relationships. Absolutely. Harmonious relationships, we got that started with honey calcite, but we definitely have some other stones that are helpful. One of which is carnelian, and the other of which is herkimer. Herkimer helps with helping to kind of balance and harmonize really discordant energy, including discordant amongst people. Helps with balancing metabolism too. Wonderful for empowering manifestation. And it's also really helpful for not only relaxation, but being in the present moment. I feel like that's a really empowered way and a really balanced way to approach manifestation in general, that you can be in the present moment, reflect on where you are, what you've come to, and appreciate that before you think about where you want to go from here. But yeah, it really helps to balance like disharmonious energy or things that just don't seem like they're clicking. So that can help with relationships too. And in addition to that, I'm going to bring in carnelian, which is the relationship stone. This is everything about the sacral chakra, which is also known as the second chakra or the relationship chakra. This center is absolutely how we relate to the entire world, everyone in it, our place in it, how we feel in that regard, all the way down to our most intimate and personal relationships, whether it be friendly, romantic, but especially romantic. This is also sexuality, sensuality, fertility, and on a physical level, it's thought to help empower the healing of wounds, as well as things like colds and allergies. So yeah, this is great for relationships, stem to stern, helping folks get along, helping folks see how they can work better together. So that's wonderful there. So yeah. And we also have one that we haven't used in the last couple of sessions. I'm going to bring in aquamarine. I know that this is one that Patty usually enjoys for key, but this one also helps with as far as relationships and things. This is a stone that helps with topics around forgiveness, however that looks to a particular individual, whether it's I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you to set myself free, or I forgive myself. Whatever the case is, this can be really helpful. Also helps with deflecting really petty, childish, vindictive type behavior, as well as, like, we always call it the anti-Karen stone. It helps with taking pain out on people who did not cause it. Also great for may justice prevail kinds of energy, as well as the body fluids, the teeth, and the gums. So we will bring this in right here. So I think that that can help to just relationships in general. It's not a bad stone to have. So I hope that that helps. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Goddess of Four had some good requests. Oh, Chris, you can't stay online. Okay, cool, but you'll watch it later. I will definitely get your requests. Lots of love, Chris. Thank you for stopping in, and all the love to you. Oh, Dell, you had requested a apophyllite. You did, and I think Jennifer was like, hey, I love calling on this stone, and it, you know, I wish you had it, so here you go. So definitely thank Jennifer Vatsa for that beautiful contribution. Let's see. And we've got, from Goddess of Four, Malachite, Black Tourmaline. We've got Selenite, Aquamarine, Celestite, Angelite. So Celestite, Angelite, Black Tourmaline, and Malachite. Clickety-clickities of all the different stones. So Malachite helps with, this is another one that can help with joint stuff, especially if it's around arthritis or inflammation. Malachite is really helpful for that, as well as emotionally speaking, letting go of the past, because this one helps us to move through those really difficult emotions without getting stuck, so that we can like process that really hard stuff and then move on with things in our past, not kind of dragging them with us. Also helps with phobias and fears, particularly of flying. This has an angelic connection too, particularly to Archangel Raphael, who is thought to be one of the most healing angels. Also helps with insomnia, as well as has a strong linkage with depression and anxiety too. Of course, nothing I use here is a replacement for medications or anything else you might use or find helpful in your well-being. So I trust you to know what's in your own highest good. And I take antidepressants, I get the help I need, and I hang out with Reiki, and I hang out with crystals. It's more like a use all the ingredients that fit kind of recipe. Here is Black Tourmaline, which helps to repel and dispel negative energy. This is a really potent one, especially if you're empathic or really sensitive, or going to a place that's going to be very emotionally charged or intuitively or psychically charged. It helps to just sort of keep things away that you don't need to be taken home with you. No judgments to anybody else leaving those emotions around. Just, they don't need to go home with us. I've gone so far as to sew this into curtains, but you can even just put it around like your property line, put it near your cubicle at work. Oh, do you want to come up here? I'm going to have to figure out a new sitting arrangement so that the cats can both be near me without having to fight for each other. Hey. Want to come up? Come on up. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, you too. Oh, now you're moving. Okay. Oh, everybody's running. All right. All right, little kitties. Sorry, cat drama on my end of the connection. Next is Celestite. Celestite helps us to connect with our angels. It's one of the best stones you can work with for discernment. And like, is that my intuition? Is that like a fear cropping up? Is that my logic chiming in and saying there's something to be wary of here? This can be really helpful. Also helps with all manner of physical pain, or at least our relationship to pain, because it helps to like activate our upper chakras, our crown, our third eye. So our experience of our physical body just fundamentally shifts, and so pain feels a little bit more distant. But yeah, it helps to connect with our angels, our spirit guides. and our higher wisdom. Angelite, as the name would suggest, helps us to connect with our angels. This helps with getting the most beneficial experience possible during sound healing too, which is actually really wonderful, and helps you to feel connected to source in general. It brings a good amount of deep spiritual protection as well. And who is coming up now? Oh, it's Hattie. Okay, good stuff. So let's bring some Angelite here. Wonderful. And thank you for those requests. Well timed. Perfect fit. Okay, good stuff. Apophyllite is one of Jennifer Vatz's faves for psychic development and astral travel. That's wonderful. Okay. Next is some of Chris's requests. I got most of your stones already, but let's definitely bring in citrine. Appetite, definitely, because we've had more than one request for weight loss. We'll bring in iolite for the same reason. And sapphire. So sapphire is definitely in keeping with the angelic vibe. This is a very powerful intuitive stone. Really can help you if you do any work around channeling, mediumship, getting messages from spirit or spirits, and then translating them to someone else. It can even help you find the best words to express your experience. It helps physically with speedy justice and themes of that nature, as well as the eyes, ears, and thyroid, and is thought to be supportive of those with dementia as well as those who care for and about them. So I feel like this actually helps a little bit with something Lisa asked for too. Also wonderful for seeing a positive potential outcome when things just don't feel like that's very likely. So yeah, kind of helps to keep optimism abound when it's a little less easy to keep it that way. Blue apatite is a stone that can help with things like weight loss or weight gain or any kind of shift in diet or relationship to food in your life, whatever that looks like to you, because that's like a growing relationship that shifts and change as we shift and change throughout life. This is also a wonderful stone for learning about our soul's purpose and having the courage to bring it forward. It helps with addressing hostile audiences. If you need to say something that's not going to be taken real well, this can be really helpful. Also with general harmony and peace internally that radiates outwardly, and for strengthening your auric field. So if you're someone who listened to me describe black tourmaline and said, ooh, I need some of that, this one too. This one can help you to basically still be sensitive and be able to like feel what's going on, but at the same time not take that energy with you. Ooh. Well, you know what? We'll leave that extra in there. And we'll bring this here. We'll just put this extra here, because why not? It's a great stone. We can't have too much. Citrine helps with financial abundance, basic needs, and manifesting in general. This helps call in all the things that we need to survive and thrive. Also helps with addictions and compulsions, making good financial decisions. It helps with nausea and balancing logic with intuition. So this one, if you're trying to balance, I get these messages, I'm not sure where they're coming from or what they're about, with blue kyanite and celestite, this can be particularly helpful. So that is citrine. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Iolite also helps with weight loss if that's your goal. Oops, sorry about that. Also helps with money management, fever, and with sleep disturbances if they relate to intuition. It's also really helpful for intuition in general, very aligned with the third eye and bringing in intuitions and connections to our spiritual side, our spiritual guides. So let's go ahead and bring you in. Let's bring one in right. Let's actually bring in one right there and one right next to it. Awesome. Infection and weakness for your mom, sister's sight. Gotcha. Infection and weakness. Let's do, for infection, let's definitely do moss agate. This helps with any kind of infection and illness that's spreading through the body. And this is very sacred and highly revered in Chinese medicine for helping with that. Also wonderful for connection to nature and connection to spirit in general. Whether you're doing psychological parts work like higher self, inner child, that kind of thing, or just want to feel more connected to spirit, this is a wonderful stone for that. And hey, oh, so cute. Well, you can lay on my leg. They are fighting for my lap. So let's go ahead and place this right here. Hi. Hello. Where are you going? You both want to be on my lap. There's only so much legs. Here, we're gonna go ahead and let me have my legs back. Let's do that. Okay, you guys go cuddle together. Yes, let's do that. My hip fell asleep because they were both laying on it. Let's see. Sister's sight and brother's heart. So sight for eyes, we have green aventurine and sapphire. Brother's heart, we have rhodochrosite is helpful. Let's also bring in unakite. This helps with heart and circulation of all body fluids. Also great for women's health in all ways, including and especially prenatal, postnatal, labor, delivery, everything around pregnancy, as well as metabolism and addictions, particularly quitting smoking. So that is unakite. And pardon my stomach rumbling if you heard that. And balanced energy in practical matters. Let's bring in some red jasper. This is very rooting, grounding, helps us to connect to the earth and all the things we need to do in our basic workaday life. It's wonderful when everything is swimming around you and you're trying to like put your feet on the ground and it's really hard to do that. Oh. The cats are standing up on their hind legs boxing. This also helps with fighting injustice and bullying, provides a great deal of psychic protection, and wonderful for emotional support, especially around long-term illnesses, including those of family members and friends that you're close with. It's also wonderful for depression, fertility, and really just everything about the root chakra, which is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety, all those kinds of things. I think that that'll help make it easier for you to focus on like work and car and things like that. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to bring in just a couple more that are listed here as requests, and then we'll dive on in. So Crazy Lace Agate, I don't have amber, I'm working on that. I haven't been able to find my ametrine. Bumblebee Jasper. Bumblebee Jasper helps with mental focus, energy, vitality, decision making. Also helps to balance yin and yang in the body. This is a very powerful, like, get up, sink your teeth in, get that work done kind of stone. Whether you're working alone or in collaboration with others, this can support it either way. Also great for positivity, confidence, and just motivation in general. This is a stone that has high concentrations of sulfur as well as arsenic, so definitely be careful with it. That is Bumblebee Jasper. Crazy Lace Agate helps with balance, and it can really help with things like phobias. That's funny, Del. Sometimes my legs just fall asleep too, but usually it's because a cat's on it. But this is also protective of, just protective on a spiritual level. It brings in a lot of courage and confidence, and it's also helpful, and I think that Lisa, your family will appreciate this. It's helpful for the skin, eyes, and speech. Wonderful for the heart and solar plexus, as well as just physical energy in general. It helps to connect to the past and the energies of the past in a particular place, so it's perfect for spooky month. And it's good for, like I said, phobias, but connecting to spiders and getting past spider phobias. So that is Crazy Lace Agate. And I don't have Lodolite, but I do have Rainbow Moonstone. So Rainbow Moonstone is what some folks would think of as like the white moonstone. If you were to go into a jewelry store, they would call this white labradorite. And moonstone and labradorite are very closely related. So yeah, this is actually a type of white labradorite. This is, hey blue sky. So this is a stone that can help with connection to the divine, the connectedness of spirit, intuition in a very big way. This is also to bring through any kind of mediumship, channeling, messages, and in general to provide a really broad spiritual space for any kind of divinatory work. So that's card reading, things like that. So you can see it sometimes all by itself like this, where it's just plain white and you get like flicks of blue. And then other times where you'll actually see the inclusion of these black pieces. It can look either way. Let's bring in a little bit of both. It's a great stone for spooky season. It's very protective of women, by the way. So there we go. Awesome. So I think we are ready for some beautiful Reiki healing. I have a Gertie in my lap. And let's go ahead and I'm going to do the thing that I always do where I explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session, and then we get into the Reiki. For those of you hanging out in the chat, if you've been here before, you know how this works. Go ahead and click that like button if you haven't already and help me lift the energy of the spaces that you are in and that we're all sharing by heading into the comments and entering anything that you are grateful for, anything at all. If it's something a little bit too personal to put in chat, or if you're already cozy, go ahead, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out, and think of all the things that you're grateful for. It will shift the energy so quick. And stones besides lapis to help with inner ear. Sapphire, which is in there, helps with ear. Sapphire helps with the ears. I'm so sorry. I hope it helps. And if it's an inner ear infection, moss agate, which is in there. Okay, so go ahead, share all those things that you're grateful for. I'm going to explain Reiki, and then we're going to get into the Reiki session. So thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Danielle Stimpson, and as I mentioned at the top of the stream, I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes. If you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com to learn more. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. Usui Reiki is basically a method of working with this energy that was created in 1920s Japan by Mikao Usui, at a time in Japan's history where things were very difficult indeed. You couldn't even be considered or thought or suspected of teaching anything that was religious. So this particular approach to energy healing became, while deeply spiritual, completely secular. And I feel like that's a big part of why it resonates with us in the West so much. Essentially, the understanding of just what energy is and how it works in relation to this system, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, where everyone and everything has a soul. All of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. And that spirit, however you define it in this case, provides this lovely life-sustaining energy, the energy that makes us more than just a collection of cells. And whether we're aware of it or not, this energy is flowing through us on a regular basis, allowing our body, mind, and spirit to come into the greatest balance and healing that it can, moment to moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this stream. So to make the most of this session, I usually suggest that you just get as physically comfortable as you can. Sit up, lay down, close your eyes. But at the same time, there's no wrong way to enjoy this time either. So if you want to combine it with stretching, moving, if you need to get up and get a glass of water or tea, if you'd like to journal, if you'd like to play some music, whatever feels right to you in this time is the perfect way to enjoy it. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent, but if at any time you feel like you want to reconnect or go a little deeper, or if you've gotten distracted, just go ahead, take a deep breath in and out, and you'll notice that you just kind of sink right back into the energy. I will essentially be taking this Reiki energy, sharing it with you gently and passively, so don't be surprised if you feel some physical sensations, if some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, if you are able to logically sort some things through or hear your subconscious, or if you get some like clarity or intuition or just a new idea, some big moment of clarity, or if you just have a really beautiful nap. Those are the kinds of things that often pop up during a Reiki session. So I will send this healing energy to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn up the music. So if you like our musical creator, check out the link at the bottom of the description so you can enjoy it anytime, any day, right from her channel. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out, and then I'll be able to re-engage with you in chat, where you can ask me any questions, you can share any experiences, and then we're going to go ahead and have an awesome day from there. I am here live 5 times a week, same 5 days, same 5 times every week, including today, Friday. I will be back at 8 p.m. East Coast US time with another stream just like this, and Sunday at 8 p.m. so you can get in a little more healing before the work week. During the session, just so you know, if you happen to be watching this in the future, hello from the past, or if you are here live, you can always get some Reiki from me even when I'm not live. Just go to the Past Healing Live Streams playlist, pick any old session that you want for any reason, either by the picture of the grid or what I mention in the title, and it'll be the perfect session. You can skip ahead to the healing if you want, because Reiki, unlike people, can be anywhere, anytime, and it is everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this video, this healing is here for you. And for those of you here live, you can always enjoy some healing, but certainly consider hitting the like button, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you will be able to join me again for some healing live. Thank you all so much for helping to build this beautiful grid and for bringing yourselves out. It's always an honor to share some time with all of you in healing, especially when the world is really upside down. And yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that Reiki vibe. So let's head on back. Oh, wonderful. Ooh, good job, everybody. Did I put in clear quartz? No, let me put in a little bit more. So I'm just going to put in some clear quartz. That can be helpful with standing in for any crystals that I didn't have. It also helps with amplifying the energy of other stones, as well as kind of refining the energy too. So let's bring in some crystal. Let's do these. So here is some clear quartz. There we go. So everyone go ahead, get nice and comfy. Lila Ray, I hope you're doing well. Wonderful. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy your session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the space that you're in. Move your fingers and toes. Gently come back. Welcome back. Thought I'd share the cats both asleep peacefully in my lap with all of you. You're welcome, Jennifer, Lila Ray. Thank you everyone for all of the beautiful well wishes in the chat and all the gratitudes. Hey Barbie, great to see you. Lots of love to you. If anyone has any questions or anything to share, go ahead and let me know. Yes, they are sweet babies. You have been such sweet babies. Oh. Someone's demanding my arm for cuddles. You're so welcome, the Gelguire. I hope you have a lovely evening too. And everyone, as a reminder, I'm trying to get followers to the TikTok account. If you happen to be on TikTok, look for Learn Reiki. And if you're on Instagram, it's Learn Reiki Philadelphia. That's so I can also bring some shorter streams to the TikTok as well. Not so much crystals and Reiki, but just like a little bit of Reiki here and there. Lisa, you're so welcome. Yeah, so the links to my social media are all in the description, but I can't do any kind of streaming on TikTok until I get 1,000 subscribers, I think. It's like being monetized here. Of course, that's not going to replace this. That'll just be adding a little bit here and there. Oh, you're welcome, Dell. Oh, thank you. I hope you walk in beauty too. I'm so glad you enjoyed the tingles too. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, one of them was snoring. I think it was Gertie. And right now, Hattie is purring. I hope you have a great weekend too, Lori. Lots of love and lots of love and peace to the world. Peace, love, hope. Wonderful to see you all. Thank you for joining me, even though it's pretty late where you're at. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. As a reminder, I will be back tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time and Sunday, 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Also, Reiki classes are up. There is a Reiki 1 class next weekend that still has just a couple of slots available. If you're interested in that, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So thanks again so much. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Hope to see you again soon as 8 p.m. And bye for now.